This is Win News.
Tonight, workers rally against the possible lease of Port Kembla. Good evening, I'm Jeff Phillips. The state government will make a final decision on whether it goes ahead with the lease of Port Kembla by the end of the month. It comes as dozens of port workers and community members rallied against the plans, which they say will only benefit big business.
The umbrellas outweighed the signs, but the passion was there.
Port Kembla! Here to stay! Port Kembla! Here to stay!
Last month, the state government made the shock announcement it would conduct a scoping study into the long-term lease of Port Kembla. It would mean the port's coal, grain, motor vehicle and cement shipping facilities would be privatised, with the proceeds used to fund major infrastructure projects across New South Wales, including $100 million for the Illawarra.
They feel that their asset, their public asset, is going to be flogged off for a gain for big business.
Today, the New South Wales Treasurer Mike Baird and the Minister for Ports Duncan Gay spoke with the board and staff to talk through their concerns.
There's people involved here, there's jobs involved here, and we need to be careful on those things, and we most definitely will be.
On every front, we think it is good news, not only for the people in this region, but the people across the state.
Wally Pritchard has worked as a seafarer since 1968. He's seen the port grow to what it is today and says the move would be a huge loss for the community.
Straight away, I thought this port belongs to the generations that I've sort of grown up and sailed with. It belongs to all the steel workers, the mine workers.
The state government says there's been significant interest in the lease from both national and international parties. The scoping study will be finalised over the next few weeks before the government makes its decision. Brina Barrett, Win News.
Sydney water workers are the latest in the public sector to stage strike action against the O'Farrell government's job cuts. Those in the Illawarra walked off the job for 4 hours in protected industrial action.
300 have lost their jobs in the past 12 months, a tenth of the Sydney Water workforce.
Sydney Water workers have just had enough. They think if Sydney Water and the state government aren't going to do something about it, then they are going to take some action to do it.
With 15,000 public sector positions tipped to be axed by the O'Farrell government, the union expects more Sydney Water jobs to be in the firing line. It claims a further 152 positions are under immediate threat. Cuts to frontline workers and administration staff, it says, will put standards at risk.
Safety of the workers, the quality of the work that's being done, and also the environment is possibly at risk.
What we are seeing is this never-ending agenda by the O'Farrell government of making workers and our communities pay for all the costs of their reforms.
Workers claim it's at the detriment of services.
They cop a lot of blame from the public, they get a lot of abuse over this, and it's certainly not their fault.
At the same time, workers are fighting to protect conditions that will be lost under a new enterprise bargaining agreement. The union has rejected the current offer and has given Sydney Water 2 weeks to settle its claims. If its demands aren't met, the union is threatening further stop work action. Sydney Water today said that the agreement would bring benefits in line with market conditions and deliver value for customers. Michaela Gray, Win News.